So I wasn't even planning to make a video on this topic, but a friend came to me in the gym the other day that I hadn't seen in ages, and he reminded me of something that I really should be talking about on this channel because it's changed my life in 2024. So the story goes like this. I'm in the gym, do my workout like I normally do. A friend comes up to me that I haven't seen in so long, and he says, "Wow, you're looking good, you've got in shape. What's your split? As in, what's your gym routine?" And I said, "Oh, push pull legs, push pull legs." And he goes, "Okay, cool. So do you take a rest day after the first push pull legs? Do you do six and then take a rest day? What's it look like there?" And I looked at him and said, "I don't take rest days. Like it's push pull legs, push pull legs, push pull legs." And he goes, "What do you mean you don't take rest days? Surely you need a rest day, right?" And I said, "Well, the whole point of push pull legs is that the rest day is in between the days you don't do that muscle. So push, chest, triceps, shoulders if you want to do it on that day. I combine shoulders with legs. Then you go on to pull, which is back and biceps, forearms. So your chest and shoulders and triceps get a rest in that day. That's the whole point of push pull legs. So you get rest in between." And he looked at me and he was still a bit confused. But him saying that reminded me of the fact that I don't take rest days. And I should be talking about this because it's changed my life. This is something I implemented in 2024. It is called zero rest days. Zero rest days. And having tested it for 6 months, I can tell you it works. I've got into the best shape I've ever been in my life. I've earned the most money this year than I've ever earned in my life. I've got the best results in uni than I ever have in my life before. And I'm not saying this was the only contributing factor towards it. There's a multitude of things. But this definitely helped. So let me tell you about why the no rest days policy is something you need to start implementing for an absolute fact from this day going forward. So why did I start doing this? Rest days as a concept should not exist. It should not exist. I don't get why people have this feeling that they need a rest day. I understand that you might get burnt out or you want to sometimes not do the same thing over and over and over again. But when you start having rest days, what you do psychologically is you get your brain to segregate work days and rest days. And that can be work days in terms of gym. That can be work days in terms of studying, in terms of your business, in terms of your career, anything. There's a day you do it and there's a day you don't do it, on days and off days. But what you start doing when you start implementing these rest days, off days, is your brain starts to segregate the two categories. And slowly but surely, you start to gravitate towards liking the off days and therefore disliking the days where you're working, studying, going gym, etc. You'll start to notice it more and more. So many people despise their 9 to 5 job. They despise it. But they look at the light at the end of the tunnel and go, "You know what? I don't like working Monday to Friday, but I get the 2 days on the weekend that I really get to do whatever I want and enjoy those." And what they've done is they've segregated the week. The first 5 days they despise, they hate it, but they love the days at the end. Everyone loves the weekends, right? I'm the opposite. I like the weekdays. In fact, I like every day. Every single day for me is the same. I wake up and do work every single day. I wake up and go gym every single day. There's not a single day in my calendar where I sit there and go, "This is a designated rest day for me. No work to do." And it takes determination, it does. But over time, what tends to happen is you start to actually love what you do. And look, I'm in a blessed position where I earn a full-time living doing content creation. So I'm able to do something I genuinely enjoy, which is make content. But whatever you do in life, find something you enjoy. It can be anything. It can be content creation like I do. It can be copywriting if you enjoy writing. It could be anything. Find something you enjoy and that it can hopefully make you money, because it'd be a bit worrying if it didn't. You wouldn't be able to pursue it full time in that sense. And then just do it every single day and forget about the concept of rest days. And two things will happen. You'll either resent what you do, and that's okay. That means it's time to move on, or you'll love what you do. And you'll feel like every single day you're not even working. It's like that old saying, right? Do something you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Something like that. I probably butchered it. But you get the sense of what I'm trying to say here. The point is, cut out this concept of rest days and just find something you love and do it every single day. And you can still do things you enjoy during that day. I'm not saying that because it's a work day, you can't go out with your friends and have a meal. You can't go and go to the cinema or something like that. Absolutely. But you should not wake up in a certain day and go, "This day I'm not working, it's a rest day." Don't do that, because over time what will happen is your brain will start to associate those days as fun days and work days as non-fun days. So trust me guys when I say now is not the time for you to be segregating those two things. Every day is a work day. Every day is a gym day. I'm not saying you can't do fun stuff. I wake up, do work. I still later in the day go to see my friends, go to have a dinner with them. Sometimes have workouts with my friends, go to the sauna, steam room, etc. All those things. I'm not saying they can't be done on a work day, but not a single day you wake up should you be thinking this isn't the time to work. This is not a work day. This is a rest day, because it'll start to pollute your mind with the wrong things. That, and also there's another aspect that tends to take place. If someone works 5 days a week versus someone working 7 days a week, you might not notice after 1 week. You might not notice after 1 month. But I guarantee after a year, after 5 years, after a decade and beyond, the person that works 7 days a week will be far more skilled, far more wealthy, and will just be well-rounded, a better person because they've worked longer. They've spent more time working. They're going to hone their skill set in that particular field. So the more hours you put in, look, it's not rocket science, right? The more hours you put in, the more output you're going to get one way or another. And you work harder, then you work smarter. But the number one thing is you've got to work harder. So rest days as a concept is not something I agree with whatsoever. And the fact that it exists bemuses me. And here's one thing that I can guarantee for an absolute fact would take place, right? The reason so many people stick in their dead job that they hate going to work, they hate Monday through Friday, they're 9 to 5, they're 8 to 6, whatever it is. The only reason they stick through it is money. One, it pays them. And two, because they look forward to those 2 days at the end of the week. It's Thursday. One more day on Friday, then I get the time of my life over the weekend and then back to the cycle again. It's crazy. 5 of the 7 days, over 70% of their week, they despise. But they do it for the 29% of the time, the 2 days at the end of the week where they get to enjoy it. That makes no sense to me. I'd understand if it was the other way around. At least if there was 2 days of work and 5 days of off day, that would make more sense of why you would do a job like that. But people literally stay in their job because the 2 days on the weekend that they think is the time of their lives that they get to rest. Let me tell you one thing. If there was no such thing as a weekend, let's say when you worked a job, you worked 7 days a week. That was it. All 7 days, no weekend. The amount of people that would leave the job they hate and find something they love would be astronomically higher. Astronomically higher. The fact rest days exist allows people to be content doing things they don't like because they just see it as something to do and they can enjoy themselves on the other 2 days of the week, the weekend basically. That's not right. We should not be living our lives only enjoying 2 days of the week. That makes no sense. If we work 7 days a week and everyone had to work 7 days a week, there was no weekend, the amount of people that would be finding something they love or doing everything in their power to do a side hustle or find a job they genuinely like because they know they're going to be doing that every day of their life would be much, much more. So, action steps for this video, because watching it is one thing, but we need to implement it. Number one, find something you genuinely like. I found it in content creation, it can be anything for you. Ideally, something that can make you money along the way as well, or something that provides benefit. Like going gym does not make me money, but it provides benefit psychologically. I feel much better when I go to the gym. Fit-wise, I feel much stronger, fitter, and obviously aesthetically as well, you look better if you go gym as well. But that's just one thing. I also try to read every single day. That makes me better mentally, intellectually. So find something that contributes to you, whether it's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, fitness-wise, anything. And find something that you'll fall in love with. It doesn't have to be gym. I know some people that go swimming every single day and they love it. But it's built into their routine and they avoid rest days. It happens. Look, I'm not perfect. I don't go gym every single day even though I intend to, because something comes up. Family matters, I've got a meeting that crops up, anything. Something urgent comes up, that means I can't go to the gym. We're all human, it happens. But the point is, that day I woke up with the intention of going to the gym. It might not have materialized, but I made every single intention to do so. Because here's the difference. Let's say I woke up and I could go gym, but you know what? It's a rest day. It's a rest day. I'm not going to go gym today. Fine. Day after comes and then something urgent comes up and I don't go gym again. Suddenly it goes from a rest day to rest days. And that's a big difference between a rest day and rest days. Because then it becomes a compounding factor. It becomes a habit. Over 2 days, maybe not, but suddenly that becomes more and more and more. And it spirals. So eliminate rest days. There's days when I've gone 17, 18 days in the gym. I've been fine. I've not pulled a muscle. I mean, not good at that fact. Hopefully I don't influence it happening at any time soon. But you get what I mean. You'll be fine. Especially if you have a split like push-pull legs, which targets different muscle groups. So you're basically resting from those muscle groups anyway. You'll be completely fine. So action steps. Find something you enjoy and start doing it every single day and negate the whole concept of rest days. Even if it's 1 hour one day, just do it every single day and wake up with the intention of doing it every single day. Remember, you are the only person that can make it happen, but you are also the only person that can mess it all up.